In this episode, is it finally time for robots to take over the world? Matt's scared about that.
And on the flip side, how come it took so long for snack food companies to come together and collab to give us new flavors? And is the new season of Outer Banks worth your time? We'll tell you. Mike, hit the music.
Rev up those fryers because I'm ready for one. Help!
Mike? Mike, you there? Hello? Oh, the chair's moving. It's an Alaskan bullworm. Oh. Good. Oh. His headphones disconnected.
I'm
here.
Good? Yeah.
You're good. You're
what
here.
Happened?
You fell out of your chair. You tell me.
I've been falling for 30 minutes.
It's a long time.
People are looking at this timestamp and be like, what the hell? Okay. Welcome, everybody. Funny Business Podcast. My name's Mike. Alongside with me is my best friend for life, Mr. Matt Summers. Matt, how are you? How are things?
I'm good, man. It's been a crazy weekend, crazy couple hours. A good weekend, celebrated a good wedding. Cousin got married, great time. Congratulations to them. And then just life comes at you like an avalanche, man.
No.
Good and bad. Good and bad.
Man, flying high, man.
How are you?
I feel the same. One day it's calm, the next day it's glorious.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we gotta roll this together. Gotta be there, in the club. We all fam. So we just gotta be there for each other.
I was actually gonna start this podcast by singing "Closer" by the Chainsmokers, but not in the actual correct pitch. Like I would sing it the way I would when we would sing at Rodano's on $3 pitcher nights. Like, I know he needs our help. Moved to the city in a broke down car. But I don't know why I prompted with the rev up those fryers. So
yeah, I got can't speak today, so this will be fun. Took me back to my Rodano's days this past weekend at the wedding. A lot of great dancing with some family. This was really the first family wedding that I danced a lot at.
Yeah.
Previous ones I was kind of still shyer. So it was a great time. But let me tell you, get some drinks in you.
Who danced the best out of the whole family? We got now.
Out of the whole family. That's tough. I think everybody was kind of on the same level.
You sure there's no biased choice?
Definitely was not me.
Well,
definitely was not me. My aunts were grooving. Cousins were grooving. Uncles were grooving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the ants. That's no.
No, it was a great time. Great time.
Favorite pastime.
Yes.
Oh, man. Well, Mr. Matthew.
Ish.
We are celebrating the present. Let's talk about the future today, shall we?
Future.
So, Matt, we know with Mr. Elon Musk decides to buy Twitter, turns it into X. We still call it Twitter.
Yep.
Somehow is becoming a meme champion on his own platform, which I'm not sure. Should be biased. Who knows? One of the things he still owns is Tesla. Apparently, he still is making stuff. I shouldn't say he himself, but his team is still making things. And things got a little crazy a couple weeks ago when Elon Musk decided to present a new, let's just say, keynote presentation that was called, quote, We Robot.
We Robot?
We, robot.
Oh, that sounds fun.
So we on one, we robot. So based on the CNBC article by Laura Culdeny, the elements that included this were bold promises, futuristic designs, and of course, dancing robots. Matt, did you tune in to any of this stuff?
No, you were telling me now for the first time.
Okay, wow, this is going to be great. So here we go. I cannot wait to tell you about the last one. They started off with a Cybercab.
Cybercab?
Cab, C-A-B. So what this was a shiny, minimalist two-seater meant to be completely driverless. Tesla plans to have it in production by 2027. They target price under $30,000. So think of it like an Uber. That's the car. That's the Uber driver. Basically, the example that they showed was you need to take your kids to school. Put them in the Cybercab. The Cybercab will take them to school.
That's the example they used?
I saw that. I was like, I don't know about that, Jim.
What?
Yeah.
So is this a car that people purchase, or that it's like an app that they can call a Cybercab?
You can purchase it. They're trying to target under $30,000 for this car.
That is nuts.
Yeah.
And he actually wants people to put their children into this car, send it off with no driver, and make it to school okay?
That's apparently what he wants.
Is it gas powered? Oh, it's Tesla, yeah.
Hang on a minute.
I told you my brain is not firing on all cylinders today.
Wake up. It's the future.
All right. I don't like that idea whatsoever.
So then it moved in, obviously, because of this Cybercab, the full self-driving. So Musk continues to hype up his controversial full self-driving system. While it currently requires human supervision, he claims, quote, unsupervised FSD or full self-driving will be in Texas and California next year. But if history repeats itself, we will see.
That's a hell of a quote to end it with. If history repeats itself, we will see. So what happens? Like does someone still have to be 16 in the car?
So right now in current autopilot mode, like you need to be a licensed driver, but you also need to supervise the self-driving that the car is doing. You've never been in a Tesla? I haven't either, but no. I've obviously done the research.
No.
So what they do is you take your hands off the wheel and the car drives it, but it'll notify you if you need to take control again, or you can take control anytime you want. So the theory or the hype is that you don't need to do that anymore, which kind of complements the Cybercab.
I don't trust that, man. Not at all.
Yeah. So then, Matt, you guessed correctly. They are electric vehicles. Do you remember, and I know I'm throwing a Fortnite terminology here. So you know when we had to boost the health of a car when we were driving it in the season of Fortnite that nobody liked that involved cars, that we went over a pad?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's becoming IRL.
How?
So it's called inductive charging. Tesla's vision involves vehicle that recharges wirelessly, no plugs, no fuss.
I mean, that's just not going to work. So you have to sit on the pad?
You drive up on the pad and then like it's kind of like in Fortnite, like it recharges it. It's like putting your phone on like a wireless charger.
Okay. So it's charging through the tires
or the bottom of the, I don't know.
Wow. All right, Elon. He's just really pulling at strings here. And that's for all Teslas or just?
I think it's probably an upgraded version of a Tesla, but
okay. I can't comprehend that that's actually a real life thing.
Well, the last two I will tell you. I don't know if you'll believe it or not.
All right.
The last car that was introduced, or shall I say, the last vehicle that was introduced was called the Robovan.
Oh, I haven't seen the Robovan. I'm going to look it up.
Yeah. So what it is that it's another autonomous concept, which is a large vehicle that can carry up to 20 passengers or transport goods, solving the, quote, high-density problem. Think futuristic school bus meets Amazon delivery van.
It looks like a train.
Yeah.
I think that is a train.
It literally looks like a cart of a train. Matt is correct.
Yeah. That's wild. But it runs like a car?
Mm-hmm.
And it's also self-driving?
Yep.
And people buy this. This isn't, again, it's not like an Uber call.
It might be commercial for this case.
Okay.
I mean, Matt, it fits up to 20 people in one car.
Yeah, that's really just like it's like a mini bus.
Yeah.
Or a big bus that looks like a train. That's wild.
Matt, I am not sure if I'm ready to tell you the last one.
Okay, is it vehicle related?
It is not vehicle related.
Oh boy, here we go. I have no idea.
So they dubbed it Optimus.
Optimus Prime to make it a transformer.
So it is a humanoid robot.
Sorry, what?
It's a humanoid robot. So
what does that mean?
These robots, what they showed was they could serve drinks, they could get groceries out of your car, they could water your plants, they could help clean the house, and they also can dance.
Hold on, what kind of dancing are we talking?
Like
they're emoting?
It looks very much so emote like in the presentation that they had. They're like choreographed. I mean, the robots, but they're choreographed. And they were doing a little dance. I forget somebody tweeted, they're like, somebody's doing the Orange Juliet, the Orange Justice.
Oh man. That's definitely the worst one. With the one I have the most issues with. Yeah.
I know you would.
Yeah. I think most people listening consistently would know that I would.
And it talks.
Oh,
yeah. It literally looks like somebody in an astronaut suit, but there's nobody in the astronaut suit.
I'm gonna Google it. I gotta get a good picture.
Yeah.
Or just Google Tesla robot.
Yeah, you could do humanoid robots Optimus.
Humanoid robot. What does humanoid even mean?
Like it looks like a human robot.
Oh, that is terror. This looks like a fencing outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hate that one with passion. Clearly, no one at Tesla has ever seen a movie of robots taking over the world, because that's really what I think Elon's main goal is. He might be trying to take over the world with robots.
Everyone said it was like, well, did anybody see iRobot? And it's the one with Will Smith. And yeah, we're getting very close to that, surprisingly.
Yeah, I think someone's got to step in, like the CIA, the FBI. We got to step in. We can't just let this happen. I think it's a lot of bad juju getting put out there with this. What did he say the main purpose was for this humanoid robot? Is it for, again, people to buy? Was there a price thrown around?
No. Let me do a quick Google search here for our listeners here.
I can't even imagine what the worst case scenario for this would be. Can you like control your own robot, or do you just get what version you get?
So the cost, just kind of backing up. So the cost $20,000 to $30,000.
That's it?
Yeah.
I feel like that's low. I feel like that's crazy low.
So you can either put a down payment on a house or a robot.
Yeah. Yeah, but think about it. Like, this should be more than a car.
I mean, it's priced at a car.
I
You can
guess.
either get a car or a robot.
I mean, it's got to be under like a month when these things start rolling out that there's this robot like kills something or somebody.
Well, you're right, Matt. Not to the sense like it's going to kill somebody, but the latest thing, I don't know if you've been paying attention. Have you seen a Cybertruck anytime on your travels lately?
The ugliest car in the world. In person and on paper.
So there's been a lot of recalls with the Cybertruck.
Oh, you don't say.
Mm-hmm. So there's really a lot of recalls. Like I've seen like in the news, it's like, oh, like it just recalled again. Don't know specifics what was happening, but it was being recalled multiple times.
You got to imagine this is going to happen for all four of these things.
Could you imagine the robots? Hey, we're going to have him walk back to the facility because he doesn't.
Oh my gosh. And then does the robot plug in like a Roomba?
Could you imagine it like sits on something? Or like
you have to buy a bed, like prop it up in your dining room.
Read it a bedtime story.
Or instead of putting oil in your car, you got to put oil in your robot.
Yeah, like the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz, like just squirting some oil on like the joints.
Yeah. Hey man, you want to come out for a beer after work? No, I got to go feed my dog and oil my robot.
Oil my robot.
Like, all right, we won't invite you ever again.
I'm gonna make that as my excuse. Like usually my typical excuse is like, oh, I gotta go wash my cat. Now it's like, oh, I gotta grease up my humanoid robot at home.
Yeah, I gotta put his leg back on. It popped off the other night.
Jeez.
Oh man, something stupid. Some people are gonna do something stupid with these robots too.
Oh, yeah.
Like someone by 2030, someone's gonna try to marry a robot, and that sounds crazy, but it could be a reality.
Yeah, I do not want to step into this conversation, but I somewhat understand why why Elon is aligning with a certain individual that, quote, could potentially have a lot of power.
My brain's not processing that. Elon's just he's a weird dude, man. He's just so when I said I'm not processing, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. We don't have to go down there.
So we vote in November.
Yes. Okay. All right. Got it. Yeah. I think maybe a group of people need to go and be like, hey, like, you sure about that? You really want to do this? What do you think is the most normal one? Like out of the four you said, what do you think is the most like, all right, like I can see that?
I would, as odd as that is, a Robovan. Like, because I could honestly see that be commercialized. Because there's currently self-driving vehicles out there already. Mm-hmm. But let's create self-driving vehicles that can have more passengers than 3. Mm-hmm. That's my thought.
Yeah, I that's what I'm thinking too, because people for like big parties can like rent it out. Like if you're like doing a beer tastings or wine tastings, making a day out of it, or like bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, wedding days, proms, senior citizen proms, whatever it may be. That could be really good for groups, like you said, get it commercialized. I still can't wrap my head around that they thought best way to market the first car was putting your kids in it and taking them to school. Mike, you couldn't. I don't think you could pay me to put my future kids in that car.
Yeah, it would take a lot. It would take a lot for me to put my kids in that car.
I don't even think if it's very successful for like 10 years, I don't think I would still take that risk. Like there's so many bad drivers out there in general that like you have to be careful when you drive, let alone a self-driving car.
And then what are the steps of like it gets into an accident? Like somebody, I from my understanding with Tesla's self-driving feature, like it's very passive when it comes to driving. But like, what if somebody aggressive runs into that car? Like, is the Cybercab going to call 911 or is, like,
yeah, man, could you imagine being that smart to think of this stuff?
And I will say, like, Elon is always up there standing on the podium and like talking about the stuff. Reality being, he has a lot of smart people that can put it together. Like his Tesla team has a lot of smart people, and quite honestly, they don't get the credit that they deserve because it's always like, oh yeah, it's Elon. Like they're really smart people in Tesla that can do this shit. It's amazing.
Yeah. He's involved with SpaceX too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Again, more smart people.
Yeah. I didn't understand. Did you see they like caught a rocket that was like landing? I didn't understand what that was.
I didn't either.
Okay, good. There's your SpaceX talks. Let's talk on today's podcast. How about he just gets rid of the bots on Twitter first?
Oh, there's bots everywhere. TikTok, Twitter, Facebook.
Oh, the TikTok
Instagram.
Bots in the comments on like Barstool Sports videos. Hilarious. They're so funny.
It's hilarious.
It is hilarious because it's scary, but their comments themselves are very funny.
What a wonderful way to put it, Dave. So powerful and grateful. And then the comments are like, dude, WTF.
Oh gosh, what a place. What a time to be alive.
But yeah, that's my Tesla update. I'm quite surprised I gave a Tesla update, but I think because of what was shown, it was worth sharing.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm dead serious. The Cybertrucks are ugly. Have you seen one in person?
I've seen multiple, and I've seen some that are wrapped in a different color, and someone decided to like put it in this like really ugly brown, and I'm like, it's ugly already. Why do you make it look like shit again?
That's disgusting. It's just like when you're driving towards one, like it's the opposite side of the road, it looks like it's just like a giant nothing coming at you.
Yeah.
It's man, they're so ugly. It's terrible.
Yeah. That's all I got.
All right, we're going to slide on in to the second half of the show. Mike, before we start, we have an update on our
girl.
Gosh. Our boy, our guy, Caleb Williams, Chicago Bears quarterback. Mike, people were freaking out, as I'm sure you remember. First 2 games of the season, he did not play well. He's back. He's all the way back. They are 4-2. He himself, they played in London last game, 4 touchdowns, great game. We told you so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams supporter right here.
Yeah, biggest. Nobody wants Caleb Williams to succeed more than Mike.
Nope, I'm right here.
He's leading the army of Caleb Williams fan club.
Yep, we're the K Will club.
It's a C.
Yeah, K Will club.
Okay.
It's with a C.
All right.
Get it right, Matt.
Yeah. K-Will Club, but K is with a C. I like it. Yeah. Okay. Good.
C or C-Will. that's a little lame there, Matthew.
All right. Down in the dumps. Here we go. I'll go first. I have a few. First up, so I use my Firestick to watch YouTube, television. My Firestick is cooked.
Oh,
yeah, and
let him cook.
It's not like any of the apps are cooked. It won't do anything. Like I go to turn my TV on, it shows that it's connected to the HDMI. Either nothing pops up, or just like 20% of the home screen pops up, and the buttons don't work. My TV remote works. That's the other thing. I think it's not the TV, because this is the only thing that how I watch on this TV. And a couple years ago, I had some issues with it, but then it fixed itself. So after I'm done recording, I have to go to my parents. They have a spare one. Fingers crossed, it's not the TV.
You haven't touched it at all, or like done anything weird to it, have you, Matt?
No, it was working fine on Saturday morning. Went to a wedding, came back last night, went to watch some Sunday Night Football, and just couldn't watch anything.
So what are your next options?
I have to go grab my parents' spare Fire Stick. If hopefully that works, If it is the TV, I don't know because I mean, we have another TV in the in our bedroom we could pull out. My big issue is Yankees play an hour and a half, and I don't have a way to watch that game right now.
Oh man.
Yeah. And I'll jump into that real quick as my second down to the dumps. So this is kind of like a pre-down of the dumps, but also it could be nothing down to the dumps, and I gotta make sure I word this correctly.
Okay.
So it's Aaron Judge has not been good this playoffs. He's been very not good. However, I'm not worried. I want to say I'm not worried. I think he will be fine. This last game he had some really good at bats. The down of the dumps is it's getting kind of hard to not be worried. But again, I'm not worried.
Hey, you know what we can say?
Tell me.
We weren't beaten by the Mets.
Didn't play the Mets yet.
Exactly.
We could.
We could.
Okay.
Let me word it this way. We didn't lose to the Mets in the first round.
That's a fact. That is a fact, and nobody can deny that.
I obviously am I'm a very, I think Matt, you and I are both closet fans of Phillies, like closet Philly fans.
I'll root for the Phillies.
So I mean, like, you're a true Yankees fan, but like if Phillies game's on, it's not like, all right, like I hate this team. Like I like them. I follow them on Instagram, the Phillies, and it's like their last post, because usually like when a team loses, they're like, oh, thank you, fans. And they posted their last one before the thank you one, and I think the top comment was like, just thank the fans already. Let's be done.
Yeah, a tough ending to the Phillies. Man, I'm so glad I'm not a Philadelphia sports fan. Yeah, because I don't know if you saw, but the Eagles are also in turmoil. And they had a bye week, and then they went to show up for the game this past week against the Browns, which they won. Their head coach, he shaved his head, and he's like, you got to get a fresh start. That's a red flag.
Yikes.
That is a guy who was nervous about his job and was like, all right, shave my head. It's all better.
Superstitions.
Like, yeah, a little bit. But again, not worried about Aaron Judge. Just it's getting a little hard to not be worried.
Yeah.
But also, if Aaron Judge doesn't get another hit the rest of the postseason and the Yankees win the World Series, I'll be the happiest guy on earth. That's a fact. Yeah.
I'm okay with the World Series appearance for what we've dealt with the last few years.
Again, this episode comes out Friday. This conversation could be really good or look really bad. I'm very confident in this team. Something feels good about this team.
Let's go Jazz.
Jazz needs to pick it up.
Yep.
It's been bad. Also, Giancarlo Stanton stole a base. Didn't know he could run.
First time stealing a base since how long ago was it?
I think it was like 4 or 5 years. That's wild. It was insane.
That stolen base could get a college degree in that time.
Yeah, really. And final down the dumps, looking for houses and either to like buy or rent. It sucks. It's the worst. Oh, not the worst. The worst is moving once you get a new place. But the process of finding a new place is not fun. Yeah.
I got nothing else better to say than that shit.
We're kind of starting this process again. And last time it happened for us pretty quick. So I'm really hoping that just happens again.
If I could share any advice from when Jenna and I finally moved in together, it's that it will come and it will be there without you even noticing. So
yes.
God peed.
God did pee.
God peed.
That's why it rained this morning. That's all I got.
Oh man. Okay, well I have two. So follow up from that, I have a problem with picking up the phone.
Okay.
Because my job does allow the opportunity for my constituents to call me directly on my cell phone. And I pick up, and of course it's a political season, so it's like a caller from like the political office. And I'm like, shit. I have gone through 2 phone calls. One, they threw a very young at heart, fine as a glass of wine lady on the phone with me. Like you could tell she was old and was I was like, fine. Yeah, I got time. And I think I was playing like Supermarket Simulator at the time.
Okay.
Poor Jenna was like, what is going on? And I was like, I'm on the phone with somebody from the a political research thing. And then I got a call yesterday on Sunday.
What?
You know, I picked up, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, all right, maybe it's somebody from church. Maybe it's somebody from work because we got a very, very big event this week. Nope. It's one of the people running for office. And I'm like, not the person, but a caller from that. I was like, shit. She's like, what are your guys's, what's your big open-ended, first of all? I'm like, do I get choices here? But it was like, what are some of the things that you guys care about most? And I was like, well, housing and then higher education and loans and the economy.
Yep.
And I think I threw her off because when I said higher education, I don't think that was one of her things that she was able to pick, because it sounded like she's like, oh, well, that's nice about higher ed. I'm like, yeah, that was not an option for her to pick in her little system.
No, she's got like 4 bullet points in front of her. So he's like, just say one of these, please.
But yeah, I have a problem picking up the phone.
So
yeah.
So you do know when they answer and you know who they're from, that if you look at your phone, there's a red button and you can hang up on them.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to go through with the rest of the call.
I've worked in a call center before, so yes. I know the feeling.
Yeah, the call center you used to work for actually left me a message a little while ago.
No shit, they didn't.
Yes. Yeah. I did not pick up.
Okay, that's fine.
That's
okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Did they leave you a voicemail or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't call him back.
Oh, okay, that's fine. It's okay.
I've never gotten a political phone call over the phone. I keep getting the texts and obviously stuff in the mail. What do we have? 3 weeks?
3 weeks, yeah, just about.
I think it's 3 weeks. Yeah, we're almost there, people. Tune in 3 weeks for our election preview.
Election day coverage.
Election day. Live from Funny Business.
It's Saturday night.
Yeah, that is annoying though.
Yeah. And then my last one, not that I'm depressed because of it, but what a time to be alive to have smart popcorn.
Like smart food?
Yeah, that like white cheddar smart food.
Yeah, it's the best.
So Matt, they came out with a new flavor.
Is it like a cinnamon sugar?
No.
Okay.
Cool Ranch Dorito.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
Why'd you tell me that?
Because it was at our local grocery store. And I was like, I have to have this. It was probably the only time I was like, you know what? I'm getting another bag. Like I double bagged it, Matt.
At once? You got through it once?
Yeah. I went through it once. I'm like, I need to double bag it. It's so much so that not only I like it, Jenna likes it too.
Wow, it's that good?
It's that good.
So does it just taste like, it tastes like popcorn, but like Cool Ranch?
Cool Ranch, baby.
That's sick.
Oh.
That's awesome.
It's so good. And then you get like enough, like you eat enough of it, and you get a little sizzle. Like get a little sizzle in, and it's wonderful, wonderful snack.
Yeah, that sounds.
I'm smart buying them.
Yeah. Where's the down of the dumps there?
I didn't have that as a kid.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes. I agree.
Like yeah. I'm not upset now, but like when I was a kid, you only had white cheddar as an option.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. Yeah, how come it's just now people make like new weird flavors? Like you said, where was this when we were a kid?
Yeah,
that's a crock of bullshit. Yeah,
it's wonderful. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, another down in the dumps. Did you get to see the Northern Lights?
I did not.
Neither did I. We couldn't see it.
I was too busy watching Starting 5 on Netflix.
That's another down in the dumps that I have. That it just happens every like 3 months. I have so much shit to watch on Netflix with Starting 5, Outer Banks.
Outer Banks, baby.
Love is Blind. Have not started any of them. And I can't watch them over the Yankees. Can't do it.
Doesn't also help too that your Fire Stick isn't working as well.
And the Fire Stick isn't working. Yeah. We do have a smart TV in the bedroom. I can use that. Did you start Outer Banks yet?
We did.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how good is this season?
I'm gonna go with a 8 right now.
Oh, all right. Okay.
It is certainly more focused on the action than it is Sarah Cameron, I love you so much. Like it's not that.
Okay.
There's little bits and pieces to it.
I like that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. There's little bits and pieces to it, but like it's not all focused on like season 1. Let's actually go that far back because some people may have watched season 3, but like season 1 was all like Topper and like John B and like all that stuff. And it was like, oh, I hate you so much. Like it's not really that much of that as of right now.
Okay. That's good. Yeah. Season 1 was definitely like high school version. But now, I mean, even the actors are older. Like they probably don't want to do all that stuff, which is good for them.
Well, and it was funny because one of the lines I'm not going to spoil this when I say this, but one of the lines that like Sarah Cameron, actress Madeline Klein said was like, "I'm only 19," and I'm like, "No shit, you're not 19." Like in your head, it's like, "No way, you're 19." Like it's
throw the challenge flag on the play. Yeah, I got to start that.
Yeah. I think Jenna and I like the fact that it's like a bunch of kids running around. It's just like super cheesy because there's a bunch of kids like just doing this stuff.
Yeah, it's a great show. Great show. Got to start it. Got to watch it if you haven't yet. Join the club.
Woogity woogie woogie. Anyway, that concludes another episode. You can find all of our stuff at beacons.ai/funnybusinesspod. Mr. Matthew.
Yes.
What is your advice for the good people, the coworkers of the funny business world?
I got 2 pieces of advice. Number 1, don't forget to early schedule anniversary, birthday dinners in advance. April and I, as of tomorrow of this recording date, have been together 3 years.
Yay!
Yep. And we barely got a reservation at the place we wanted. So,
oh shit.
Yep. So that's good. Second piece of advice: make sure when you get new policies, whether that's car insurance or renter's insurance or anything like that, make sure you personally cancel your old policy. I experienced where I recently got new car insurance, saved a lot of money, not to brag. Almost forgot to cancel my old policy before the renewal date kicked in.
Ooh.
But it all worked out. So just a friendly reminder. Make sure you're keeping up on your finances and insurances and policies.
Smart financial advice, even though we do not offer any financial advice here.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, do not anything we say or do, we cannot be held liable for financially.
Yes. Oh, we are making it rain.
Yes. Unless we make you a lot of money, then we get 5%.
Yep. 10%.
15%.
20.
Yeah, 20. 20 is good. Yeah.
Yep, that's enough. That concludes another episode, and until the next time, see you on the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.